They thought I wanted a crown, but I came for an empire. Welcome to Elevate with Jasmine. This is the podcast and show for women who aren't just here to play the game of life, but are here to change it, to break it, and to build something so much bigger. I'm Jasmine Jones, former Miss District of Columbia, USA, a Forbes Under 30 list maker, and an entrepreneur. I turned my pageant skills into a multi-million-dollar business, and it's my absolute goal and dream and pleasure in life to share with you how I did it. People told me that pageants were just about beauty or standing on stage and smiling, and they kind of laughed at me when I told them that I felt that those skills are actually going to make me rich. So let me tell you something. Knowing how to walk into a room, how to own your voice, and command attention is a billion-dollar skill set. Today we're talking about 3 things that took me from competing for crowns to competing in the boardroom and winning. First one is ambition. You have to do it before you're ready. Next up is optimism. You have to believe in yourself before anyone else does. Then lastly is innovation. Stop waiting for a seat at the table. We need to build our own. This is how you elevate. You ready? Let's go. Lesson 1, ambition. You need to move before you're ready and move quickly. Too many people are waiting. They're waiting for the perfect time, for the perfect amount of money, for the perfect plan, for their hair to be perfect, their aesthetic to be perfect. But let me tell you, being perfect is a lie. You just have to start. When I competed for Miss DC USA, for the first time, I had 3 weeks to prepare. Other women had trained for years, but I didn't wait. I'd studied the game, I showed up, and I placed first runner-up, and it was kind of crazy. When I started my business, I had no roadmap either, but instead of waiting to feel ready or to be ready, I just moved. I built, I learned, I pivoted, and then I won. So, I want you to take the shot before you're ready, because the truth is, you will never ever feel ready, and you will lose because you didn't move. Lesson 2, optimism. Bet on yourself first before anybody else does. Some people won't get it. Some people will doubt you, but that's their problem. That's not your problem. When I started my business, I walked into rooms where I was the only woman. I was the only person of color. I was the youngest person. I was the only person who looked like me. And I really could have let that stop me. Honestly, sometimes I wanted to. I remember when I was mistaken for a waitress at a business conference, and I was just so offended, Sort of like people wanted to check me or put me in my place. And I recognized then that people didn't immediately understand my vision, but I didn't care because I did. So if you don't believe in yourself first, no one else will, and that is the truth of life. You need to be obsessed with optimism and understanding that it's going to happen. Cut out the voices that tell you that you're dreaming too big, because the way you shape your mindset is the way you win. Next up is creating the opportunity. Nobody is going to give you a shot at all. Nobody's going to give you a time of day. When I launched my business, I didn't wait for permission. I just started building my own platform. I didn't wait for the perfect opportunity to come to me. I just did it myself. I didn't get invited to the table, so I built my own. If there wasn't a lane for me, I created one. If I didn't know how, I just figured it out. And I realized that the most successful people in life, they don't wait either. They just go ahead and innovate. If the system wasn't built for you, you need to build your own system. Next up is reset your expectations. One thing that will really hold you back is thinking that success has to look a certain way. Do I look like I own a durable medical equipment company? Probably not. But too many people create a movie in their head about how their journey should go. And when in reality, it doesn't match, and then they start to feel like they're failing. You're not failing. If it looks different for you, that's because you're innovating it. You're setting a new path, and you're going to win. So here's the truth. There are 100 ways to win. Your path won't look like anyone else's, and that is your advantage. Next up is your circle. It matters, okay? If you want to elevate, you need to be in the right rooms. I used my crown as a ticket into every room that I wanted to get into, and it worked. If you want to be successful, you have to be around success. If you want to think bigger, you need to get into bigger conversations. And if you want to level up, in life and in business, you need to be around people who challenge you. Your network is really your net worth, as corny as it sounds, so you have to choose wisely. My final words are to elevate now. So here's where we land. This is your moment. If you're listening to this, it's not by accident. If you found this video or you're hearing this podcast through your headphones, it's because you're meant to elevate. And today I want you to do 3 things. You ready? First thing, write down your biggest goal, the one that scares you, and take one step towards it today, no matter how small. Share this episode with another woman who needs to hear it, because success isn't meant to be hoarded. It's meant to be shared. I really feel like the reason why I'm so blessed is because I have no hesitancy in blessing others. And remember that you're powerful, you're capable, and your elevation starts right now. I'll see you on the next episode. Until then, keep moving, keep believing, and keep building your empire.